Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tranquility Gaming. We are in our EU division, across the pond, all the way over there today for some EU action. We've got Thunderbolt Rewind and Feeders United. So Feeders United is 3-0 right now, undefeated. Now they did go to a map 5 in week 2, so they do bleed. They do have a weakness, and Thunderbolt is hungry to find out what that weakness is. Thunderbolt Rewind coming in at 0-3, still winless in this stage, probably going to drop to the elimination pool, but this is their chance. If they can win this game and the next one, they can save themselves from that elimination pool. So I'm excited to see what happens here. What do you think, Rudy?
Just a quick update. I think Thunderbolt is actually 1-2. I'm not sure if
Oh,
the
that is
sheet is
correct.
updated properly.
You are
We're
you
we're
are
having a
correct.
bit of
I
a
got old
technical
information. You're right.
issue.
It is 1-2 for Thunderbolt Rewind. So
Yeah,
that this win
misinformation.
would definitely bring them out of the elimination pool.
Yes, for sure. And it's gonna be really interesting to see if Feeders United can manage to bring this back. Obviously, I haven't seen either of these teams play yet, but I'm excited to see my Harmony brethren, whether it's the people in EU or whether it's the people here in NA, really put their best foot forward. It is gonna be looking like we are gonna be starting on Busan on that traditional control map. Unfortunately, don't have access to that new game mode just yet. Would really love to see push here. Even when we're talking about Overwatch 1, I'm still thinking about Overwatch 2. It's all I think about. It's all I dream about, really. I don't know if that's the same for you, NPC,
It's
but
it's all on our minds right now.
it's all on our it's the future. But
Well,
as
so
for
get
right
the
now,
mic ready. I can feel it.
yeah, I mean, as for right now, we can only just think about Overwatch 1, about that 6v6 format. And going into Busan here, control maps obviously are kind of the maps that have the most variety in terms of composition. So we can expect to see a whole lot of stuff here. We could expect to see maybe some Reinhardt shenanigans if they want to rush out onto Mecha Base with rush compositions. We can go into Wrecking Ball compositions as well. Maybe some dive with the Winston or Wrecking Ball. Bunch of different stuff that is available for both of these teams to run here.
Yeah. Now we are on Mecha Base, so you called it reverse caster curse. So we are going into Mecha Base here, and I think I don't know if it's because it's Harmony tier or if it's because it's EU. We see different metas coming out of the different divisions, right? The NA division has a very set meta, and Harmony tier tries to adhere to it a little bit. But when I watch the EU games, it's very unpredictable for me. My little small Yankee brain here just can't get the handle on it. So I think we're gonna see that Reinhardt shenanigans, but it looks like our comps are pretty standard actually. The NA comp, it looks like we got the Cassidy, the May, the Rhine, Diva, Lucio, Baptiste. Except looks like feeders are going for the Symmetra, trying to get out there quickly, get to that point as fast as they can, and take first point. So I'm excited to see what happens here.
And we'll see whether or not Mezumi switches off of the Symmetra after the teleport. Nah, it looks like they're going to be going over to the Doomfist, the new tank, still a DPS in this version of the game, but the two are going to be contesting at this middle point right here. Mezumi charging up a shot, actually stuns the Reinhardt out of commission, but has to back off. That causes the immortality field to go out very early for the side of Thunderbolt here, but so does the side of Feeders as well. But it is going to be FTMG that goes down first. Now just it's up to the Jinx to just try to get these straggle picks, and it is going to be uh, the Feeders with the first point flip.
Yeah, Feeders United, definitely a good switch there. They pulled out the Symmetra, got most of the team out, and then they switched over to the Doomfizz, and Doomfizz has got that high mobility, can jump right back up there with the team and get that first punch onto the Reinhardt. But we got Baptiste ultimate coming out already.
Ooh, Choi almost goes down just slightly, but how to draw, maneuvering around that May wall. Ain't no trouble for them whatsoever. It is going to be them to get the cap once again here. No members lost, and it only cost them two ultimates there on the side of feeders.
Okay, Jinx, land a shot. There we go. Jinx trying to get
Eventually.
the stagger on the diva. Not sure what's going on there, but this fight's lasting a little too long. I think if you're Thunderbolt, you gotta rewind back into spawn and reset.
Yes, for sure. Well, they are getting the pick here onto Rubik, so they still have control over the point in some regards here. But it is going to be contested just from A.G. Johnson. But rest in pieces. I mean, living up to their name right there as they off to the side just to reset here. But once again, you're in a position if you're feeders, you don't. If you're Thunderbolt, I mean, you don't got a whole lot of options to work with here.
Yeah, they do have both DPS ultimates if they can get them out and they can make them count. So we're gonna see what happens here. Looks like the Deadeye gets one.
Ooh, yeah, very nice pick onto the Jinx. That's going to be the Cassidy ultimate down on the side of feeders. Now it's going to be Linus Tech Tips putting out those tech tip videos on YouTube as they take down how to draw. L Johnson taking out Mezumi as well. No Doomfish shenanigans available here. And rest in pieces. It's just going to try to clean up this Baptiste here, but so low, dealing with a support.
Oh,
Not a good idea. Has to back off as well. L. Johnson goes down to the Cassidy ult. And once again, Feeder's in a good position here. It's just FTMG left on the point right here, who will be disposed of pretty quickly. And that was a pretty one-sided affair, if I have to say so myself.
yeah, that was Thunderbolt's one opportunity. That was their one chance, and they let it slip. Was my Eminem reference, by the way. That was their one fight to win, and they lost it about halfway through. I felt like it was winnable, and then just a couple of mistakes there really allowed uh, some of the other players from feeders to just capitalize, and then it just went the other way, and they never really got to hold the objective like they wanted to. I don't know if they were just chasing the point or chasing kills or whatever they were doing, but it wasn't good enough. So we're going to see this cheeky teleport once again just to get out of spawn.
Yes, sir, they did let it slip. They did not own the moment, the music. But it is going to be comp swaps on both sides here. Double dive comp, or sort of like the Brawly dive composition 6-man with the Winston, Moira, Lucio. And they're going to try to contest this mega health pack right here, but it is going to be Feeders that gets the first initiation. They will have control of that mega health pack, but that allows Thunder to actually get onto site right here and just contest the point. But it is FTMG once again that goes down. Not enough support for that Winston, unfortunately, and that means that these other members are going to be kind of out in the open as well. Azul is picked off by Xylex here, but the Lucios are traded out. How to Draw gets this early primal rage just from not being under pressure at all. Manages to find Xylex here, and the coalescence from Linus here is not going to find too much value since there's really nobody to keep topped off. He does have to back down, and once again, Feeders with the point flip.
Yeah, we saw a situation there where Thunderbolt got to the point first, backed up into it, but just couldn't hold it. How to Draw doing fantastic work there with the Winston, getting all that cleave damage, getting zapping 2, 3 at a time, getting a damage, building the ultimate, and then winning that fight with it.
Alright, now Rubik's just sitting up on this high ground. Best Jinx actually behind enemy lines to get a bit of hack, get a damage as well, building up to that crucial EMP. They will be the first one to have it available. Really interested to see the Genji pick here from Mezumi as opposed to like a Reaper or a Cassidy, but it's working so far, not enough. However, the picks go in favor of Thunderbolt. Rewind as they get the first initial picks. It was a EMP from Best Jinx that was tried to use as like a way to turn that fight around, but there just were not enough members to follow up on the 4 members that were hacked there.
Yeah, it looks like Mizumi switching over to the Doomfist, going here with a Hack Fist dive combo, hoping for that, just high amount of damage if he can get up to that high ground and make it happen.
Once again, contesting the high ground here. It is going to be Xylex that has the EMP for this round. Azul's just trying to break down. He's going to break down with the beat down. And it is going to be the EMP that comes in shortly after this. It is just only catches Mezumi, but if they manage to get the pick onto them, it's not going to matter too much. And it is just going to be rest in pieces with the double remake kill to seal the deal. It was a lot of ultimates invested into that fight, but ultimately worth it as they held the point for a little bit longer.
That's true. We got Linus Tech Tip here coming up on a Coalescence and Choanoi. I don't know how you say that, but mispronouncing things is my thing with that Death Blossom. So I think we are going to see those two invested here to hold this point because they're going to have to do something without a draw coming in with a Primal Rage and a Coalescence of their own.
Double Coalescence initiated on the point. Yuri almost gets caught out by the Death Blossom, but it's the punch from Mezumi that takes out Cho. No longer have to pronounce their name. They're in the spawn room. Don't have to worry about them as well. And Mezumi is just continuing to tear it up here, punching their way there. They may not be a tank yet, but they're showing their worth as a DPS.
Yeah, definitely popping off here on this Doomfist. Can't seem to get hacked out. That's a 1v1 that the Sombra I think should win, but Mizumi definitely going against the odds here. Now with both DPS ultimates online for feeders, they are in prime position to hold this and close it out. But only 66%. We got 2 fights left coming out of Thunderbolt.
Yeah, but if they can manage to rotate these ults effectively, they won't need to worry too much about their ult economy, especially as that EMP comes out, catches all 6 members, I believed. Only Mezumi that was costed their life there. And the stagger.
You hate to see it.
Pretty sad, pretty tragic.
Yeah, here we are coming up on that 86% mark. You absolutely have to just get one pick here and then run to the objective if you can.
Well, let's see if they do it. They do have the pieces to go Diva Ultimate and an EMP to work with here. And that's a huge bomb from Rubik's here, catching 2 members and a remake.
Oh, Rubik's!
That is nasty. That is an appropriate way to close out that map. Feeders United takes map 1.
Yeah, not unsurprising considering how they were playing. Just the coordination there was amazing. Rubik's, we're gonna get to see that play of the game there at the end. I want to see it. That Diva Bomb gets 2, 3, then the remake. Oof.
Yeah, I think it was taking advantage of the fact that they were rushing to the point since it was, so close to being contested, and obviously that remake onto Linus just a stab in the back. Kind of like you're playing Spy in TF2, except you're a diva and you just land a huge, giant robot on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see, good to see. And let's see where we'll go next. It looks like these guys are maybe hovering towards Volskaya as the next pick. We'll see here. But NPC, how you feeling about whether or not it does look like they're going to Volskaya?
I think Thunderbolt has had some options and they've had some opportunities to make plays. They're now making a couple of team changes here, and I feel like the comps that they were running before and the comps that they were having success on would actually work really well on Volskaya. That 2 CP, that just kind of linear choke you can kind of push through. And Feeders United, they have to decide off the bat. Now on that point A, do you hold split high grounds and just kind of like crossfire, or do you all hold up at the choke? Where are they going to be? And the attacking team is going to have to decide, is going to have that opportunity to reset to spawn, change up their comps, and come right back out to counter what they're doing. But the defending team is going to have to sit there and hold whatever they've decided to hold with. Until they get to point B, and then they can reset. So I feel like we're going to at least see Thunderbolt take point A. Not sure what we're going to see out of Feeders United here, but I'm excited. I think these teams are putting up a good fight, putting up a good show. Despite that 2-0 on that last map, it's a lot closer than that scoreline predicts. I mean, that's Tranquility. We're all about the close 4-0.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It does look like it is going to be Thunderbolt that's on attack first, so they will get that opportunity to kind of have that comp switch that you were talking about, and it really just depends on the type of composition that they're going to be running here. If they're going to be holding farther back, feeders, if they're going to be holding farther back on the defense on those 2 high grounds, then running something like an Orisa composition or a double shield would be better with like hit scans obviously and such. But if they're holding closer, that's where the Reinhardt can come in, or the Winston even.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, I like that, but it's all about making that switch early. The trap I fall into is, you get 20, 30% to your ultimate, and you're like, oh, well, maybe I should just build this up and then use it. But you don't want to use it. You don't want to use that ultimate. You want to just, switch to something that's going to work. Just throw away your ultimate charge, even if you're at 80%. Just throw it away, make the switch, because what you have isn't working, and that ultimate probably isn't going to make value anyway. So I'd like to see them switch and switch fast, but we are going here to like a kind of a dive with an echo. So it's possible that the table is kind of a nice tank main that can kind of duplicate a Winston. They go in with double Winstons, and Linus is going to nano. I don't know. We'll see.
They got the double monkey, they got the double bubble, they got all of it. Monkey bubble.
Yeah,
That was
looks
that
like
was
looks
that
like
was
double
that was an
bubble.
attempt at humor. It's okay.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
got you. I got you. I got you.
you no, it doesn't work out all the time. But it's just
Yeah.
gonna be how to draw sitting up here on the little high ground. Not too worried about being contested. It's actually Cho and Table that get kind of low first, have to get popped off. But
Oh, wow. Okay, trying to make that wraparound. I think he got stuck a little bit, but that's
ooh,
okay. Tracer is fast, and we'll come back. But now it's going to
it's
be
a
a
li-
5v6 in that room.
Yeah, it's a little bit of time left, but it's just the DPS. They can come back into the fight relatively quickly. Both of them have those movement options. But actually, how to draw, taking advantage of the lack of damage power, just to go in and put a bit of pressure on them, get some ultimate charge of their own. But how to draw, he might have gone in a little too deep there, to be completely honest with you. He's really low, and I'm not sure the reason for the pause just yet. Oh, it does looks like some shenanigans with how the lobby was set up. No problem. We'll fight. Uh, we'll continue the fight shortly.
Yep, yep. It looks like How to Draw is leaping away. From what I can see here, it looks like he's leaping away back towards his own Ana Yuri on that Ana, just keeping him alive there by the skin of his teeth. I feel like he's gonna survive. Um, and he's done so much damage. He's at 66% to his ultimate, which means we've got Best Jinx also at 83% to a pulse bomb. Definitely, they're gonna keep this team on their heels. Like Thunderbolt's gonna be on their heels the whole time, because they're not gonna be able to set up that 6v5 6v6 fight.
I wonder if that was a technical pause. I think the pause actually allowed How to Draw to get out of there much more safely. But it is going to be Yori that goes down first. That's your main healer now on the side of Feeders. Down here, it's just going to be Azul left. Actually, they go down as well. No healers left. Linus Tech tips with the massive heals. The Nano onto, I believe it's the Zarya that has the Nano. I'm not even sure at this point. How to Draw has to commit the Primal Rage, actually, to even try to stay into the fight. Mesby does get a nice pick onto the table, but that's the only pick they have to work with right now. Lettuce actually goes down as well, but with this Brig rally armor up from L. Johnson, I don't think it's going to matter too much. FTMG is actually just going to go and contest these players up on the high ground, and they actually will get the contest here. It's going to be Rubik's just kind of stepping in on the side, really low actually. Doesn't get the Nano. It is going to be the Nano onto the Tracer. Best Jink is going to be targeting L. Johnson on this Brig, who actually manages to find Mezumi, of all people, who should have been up on high ground, but instead was contesting the point, probably just trying to make sure that it was still in their hands. But it is going to be Thunderbolt that gets, no, sorry, Feeders that gets the final laugh here. And Azul runs away desperately,
Oof.
but doesn't get away in time.
Yeah, I thought for sure that Diva was going to get that Nano just to save the mech, but went on to Tracer there to very little avail. But now looks like Thunderbolt's gonna come in and make a push on second point right away.
Yes, sir. Actually, the Nano, the anti-nade actually heals up FTMG, gets him very low indeed. But it's Rubik's that is just holding on to point right here, and that's a huge pick onto FTMG. It's going to allow Feeders to push in much more assuredly here. Rubik's just contesting the table here, making sure that they're not causing too much trouble here. But Point is still fully in control of Thunderbolt.
Yeah. Feeders United have the control on that point right now. Thunderbolt are attempting to get in there, attempting to get one pick, just something, anything. Both teams here on this brig looking for that anti-dive, waiting for the Winston to dive in.
Good whip indeed. It's going to be L. Johnson going in for the attack onto Mezumi. Doesn't manage to find him just yet. Diva Bomb onto point just to make sure that nobody on points is going to be contesting, but it does allow, now that the Diva Bomb is down, for these attackers to contest point. FTMG is trying, flailing desperately to find any sort of value from their Primal Rage, but it is going to be the other tanks that actually get punished for it, and now that's Feeders going to be able to get onto point here relatively easily. Now there is the Doomfist ultimate from Mezumi to worry about, does get the Zarya kind of low, takes out Sho as well, and that's actually breaking open the point for Thunderbolt to come in here, getting the picks. Yuri actually manages to find the table as well. That's a huge pick for your Ana, acting as that hit scan player, and Mezumi saves the day once again.
Yeah, Mezumi doing a fantastic work there. The patience, letting them get that tick, letting them say, "Hey, give them that first tick. We'll regroup a little bit." Mezumi jumps in with that Doomfist ultimate and just lands in there and starts wreaking havoc on the team, onto Thunderbolt, and that was kind of it for that push. But it was a valiant effort from Thunderbolt. Lots of ultimates expanded, but Azul now has that rally online, ready to go for the next push.
Oh, and they got so low there. They were stunned. They were anti-nated, but still they managed to find their way out. They're still getting focused by everybody on the team there, but the support from Yurei is there. How to draw is going to be left as they try to commit with this nano charge onto them, but it's going to be FTMG that gets taken down first. Mezumi is keeping these players at charge. Sho tries to go in to deal some damage here, but the area of effect damage is just way too much for him. Best Jinx gets taken down, but I think that's going to be another fight reset for Feeders here. Now their attack is down to 1 minute and 30 when it looked so good earlier.
Thunderbolt is the one on attack here. They did switch sides during that last map, so that's why we're kind of confused. But it's Thunderbolt on the attack and Feeders on defense. That was a fantastic coordination between the supports. The whip and the sleep onto the nanoed Winston just took him out of the fight completely, and negated those ultimates. So that was some excellent work using their cooldowns.
All right, Thunderbolt trying to get some sort of advantage once again, but it's Mezumi once again that goes in for the Dino Blow. Actually, Azul and Yurei, they're putting in the work here. They're not just supports. They can hold their own in the kill line as well. Mezumi goes down, and that's going to be yet another attack just thwarted here by the side of Feeders.
Yeah. Feeders definitely holding on to this objective. They're playing patient. They're playing smart. I like what they're doing here. We have 30 seconds. This is the last fight for these teams. The last bastion of opportunity. And I feel like we should see a bastion right now. Oh, there we go. Linus down. Oh, that's not the way you want to start this fight. He has the ultimate too. Without that nano boost, your team is gonna be doomed here.
And every ultimate under the sun has been thrown into the table here. Thunderbolt needs to find some amount of value to be able to get. They got the picks early on. How to draw is down as well as rest in pieces. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. Yuri staying alive up on this high ground, popping off Megami, popping off the Tracer as well, who is just contesting this point so beautifully. MTMG has almost no support to be able to contest here. It's just Choi, lonely as can be, onto the site right here, trying to pick some amount, but it's going to be the final shot from Yuri to take them down. Very nice stuff from Feeders.
Oh man, I mean, at the beginning of this season, Yuri locked in support at 2985. That does not surprise me at all. That is the very tippy top of Harmony tier that ends at 2999. So just we're seeing a lot of top notch Ana play coming out of Yuri, definitely getting the better of the counterpart for Thunderbolt, Linus. And Linus is doing his best, but that pulse bomb at the very beginning there, it just wasn't enough. Couldn't have been enough to stop that push, and that was all there was. But that's okay. They got 1.5 points. They can still full hold this. Thunderbolt has to come up with a solution to the dive that it looks like we're going to see. We're going to see how to draw coming out here on the wrecking ball and Rubik's on the diva. I think this might be a little bit of a meme. Might be a little bit of a meme, but maybe they're going to come out. They're going to try it a couple of pushes, see if it works. If it works, it works. If not, they switch back to the Winston because I think they're going to need that. We do
It'll
have,
be interesting. It'll be
yeah,
interesting for sure
yep.
because Wrecking Ball is good on this map, obviously. It's better against like more stationary composition, so we'll see how it works against this Winston composition. But there's definitely some good pieces to it. If you can manage to get that Discord Orb onto FTMG and just chunk him down, no amount of healing is going to be able to save him against, the potential damage that comes out from like, the Widow and Tracer combo that they have going on right here. And it's actually going to be an early engagement on the side of Thunderbolts here. They want to get in early and get that damage and put the pressure on early. I like this call. And actually manages to catch out Best Jinx here. They will not be just freely sitting in this left-hand room right here. FTMG doesn't have any worry yet, but the Discord Orb, like I said, was going to be there, and it caused so much pressure that he ended up just going back to spawn room in response. Now the gates have been opened wide and clearly here. It's going to be actually Yuri now on the Zenyatta pick. We'll see how much value they can get from being this sort of carry flex support hero here. Rest in Pieces is just so low. The support line of L. Johnson and Linus is actually just being so distracted by how to draw on the Wrecking Ball here. It's not allowing them to be able to heal the rest of their team. And now finally FTMG is going to be once again contesting points, but it's just a combination of, the CC from both of the supports that takes him out once again. Rest in Pieces does get the nano this time, will allow them to survive a bit more easily, but can't get up to that nano bomb. Actually gets launched like Team Rocket to the stratosphere. But L. Johnson commits the Brig armor just to try to turn things around, and you know what? It might actually be working here. They might have actually found enough picks here to be able to hold on to point, but it was close.
Holding on at 91.3%. It cost every ultimate they had, but I think it might have been worth it. Azul coming back here now with the rally, and Yuri with that Transcendence online, and Rubik's almost at a Diva Bomb, so self-destruct. And we also have Mines coming out of How to Draw. So we've got a lot of ultimates coming online here for feeders, and not a whole lot left on the side of Thunderbolt. We will have a Diva Bomb here from Rest in Pieces.
And Jinx is on this flank as well. They're going to be contesting the supports to make sure that they're not going to be able to support FTMG or Rest in Pieces that are going in for these crucial dives onto Feeders' back line here. And they're kind of trapped. I don't know if they're trapped in there with FTMG or if FTMG's trapped in there with them. It is going to be him that makes the retreat to get out of that situation. However, as both of the support ultimates are popped, I think that might have been a really good call on the side of FTMG if Best Jinx isn't getting these picks to negate any of that advantage that they might have gotten. And Yuri is just going crazy on the Zenyatta. That's going to be point A captured pretty easily.
Oh yeah, for sure. FTMG definitely making a power move in there, diving in there as Winston, popping the Primal Rage, disrupting the enemy in that enclosed space, trying to get as much damage as he possibly can, and then but it didn't matter because just Jinx just came back around the backline and said, "Oh wait, if you're going to be in here, I'll just take care of your supports," and then it was down.
Post bomb from Choi gets massive value, takes out Azul that is on that support line. Yuri is going to be falling so low, but it's going to be Best Jinx and Mezumi that are getting the picks here. And I believe it's just FTMG left on point right here. Cho's going to be joining them shortly here. Going to be once again contesting, but Ana is back into the fray. Going to be supporting them. Minefield actually committed by How to Draw. I'm not sure that was the correct call because it is going to be an attack reset on the side of FTM Feeders.
Feeders, yes.
I
Uh,
was, like, going through the list of names in my head, I was like, "Okay, not that one, not that one. It's this one, Feeders, there we go."
yeah, how to draw. I thought maybe he was going to make a switch there. I thought maybe drop those mines, kind of a last ditch effort. You know what? I'm going to switch over to the Winston, but no, stays on the wrecking ball. Rubik's now with the self destruct, going to go in there and see if we can get another play of the game self destruct that will help clinch this 41% they need.
The table is kind of stuck in that room. Does manage to back out here. Lina's doing a good job keeping his team popped up, but it's allowed so much space for the for Frieders to attack onto. Best Jinx catches out his counterpart Enjoy, and once again, just another D-Mech. Rubik's has been
Oh,
practicing his D-Mech lineups for sure in the custom lobbies. Azul still has this rally to work off of, but actually gets taken out by Choi. That could come back to bite Feeders in the butt pretty soon if they don't get this, but it is going to be them taking the point. It was only the one little tick that they needed to get, and they got it beautifully. Doesn't even matter if Azul got taken down in that last fight, and it's Mezumi who gets the play of the game here. Great stuff all around from Feeders.
yeah, only Widowmaker for that last few seconds, but once you're in overtime, you realize that your opponents have to be on the objective, and you do not. You can just sit there and rain in that damage from beyond, and you know that's it. So I think we are going to go to a halftime break. But before we go, what do you think Thunderbolt needs to do here to kind of turn things around?
I think they're making the right calls in terms of their compositions. I think it's probably just a matter of coordination. They do seem a bit stagnant at times. FTMG going in and not getting the support that they necessarily need. I mean, that could come not only from your support line, but also your other tank player and rest in pieces could be doing a better job of like DMing you when you're feeling like you're getting a lot of pressure on you, and even your DPS to go in with you and try to coordinate a little bit better. But that's probably what I would say um, to be if Thunderbolt wants the opportunity to come back in this series, which they still can, by the way. It is a best of five. They still have the opportunity. But like you said, we'll go ahead and go to a short little break, come back soon, and we'll have some more EU Overwatch goodness just for you. See you in a bit.